From Grant. Hey, Joe. What is the S2 cognitive test everyone is now obsessing over ahead of the NFL draft?
Yes. You notice how we haven't heard about the Wonderlic in a really long time.
Are we taking the S2?
Well, we can't because it's a proprietary test. It's not readily available like the Wonderlic. You can go online right now and find the Wonderlic test and go from there. And I'm not saying this to belittle the test or any of these tests. But I keep reading about the S2 cognition, which the NFL or NFL circles have been using for the last 7 years or so. So we don't have a lot in terms of sample size. I know that Joe Person over at The Athletic had, and Albert Breer also has some of these numbers as well. Riot Report, which covers the Carolina Panthers for one of the SB Nation websites, pointed out that, like, Bryce Young, I don't know how they got these scores, by the way, but Bryce Young scored a 98. Joe Burrow scored a 97. Guys in the mid-90s include Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Justin Fields, Brock Purdy's in there. Will Levis apparently scored a 93. And David Tepper, as we've been told repeatedly now, whether it's from Joe Person at The Athletic or if it's from Peter King, that S2 cognition test keeps getting brought up, right? Now, again, I'm not trying to dismiss it as another Wonderlic. The Wonderlic was a stupid test in the grand scheme of things. And to me, this sounds like an employer who gets really obsessed over an Enneagram to find out what your personality traits are to see how to best use you in the workplace. Or, I don't know. You could use it as a tool to best understand. But if you're basing your draft decision based on who scored the highest on a test, I don't like that train of thought. That's really buzzy for me. Way too buzzword for me. But that's the NFL for you. They get obsessed with these trends. They try to follow these trends. And the deeper meaning, even though there's not that much in terms of sample size when it comes to what we know of this S2 cognition test, Joe.
Just like the guy driving the car, Joe. I don't get it. It's as if we don't have film on these players.
Right.
Let's take Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Right? You needed an S2 cognition test to tell you the guy who was the quarterback of the best offense in the history of college football was going to translate to the NFL.
Right.
You needed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So on the website, s2cognition.com, the NFL milliseconds define making a play or getting beat. What separates wins and losses are gamers who have the ability to make the right split-second decision on the field. S2 Sports Science evaluates cognitive abilities in game situations so that players understand the level of their instincts. So apparently you use a proprietary computer with their own software, and that's how they ultimately test it. And the skills that are quantified, according to this system, are perception speed, how fast you process the speed of the game, search efficiency, how quickly you can scan the field, tracking capacity, visual learning, instinctive learning, decision complexity, how fast you can execute read-react decisions, impulse control, how well do you control impulsive reactions, distraction control, how well can you stay locked in, and improvising. See, I would fail. I would fail at this test because I can't speak, apparently. How quickly can you switch gears in the moment? To your point, we do have a lot of film on a lot of these guys to understand these types of things. You don't necessarily need a test for it, right?
This is a new one for me.
Yeah.
And I get it. The Wonderlic was also used in a similar way, but it's almost like you're saying that this test is the reason that Bryce Young is why you should take Bryce Young over, say, CJ Stroud or a different quarterback. Okay.
That's the way it keeps being positioned, right? Like Kyle Bailey over at WFNZ, he's on the air right now, so I'm only picking this up on what people are saying he has said out in Charlotte. I haven't heard the segment yet, but according to Kyle Bailey, our friend over at WFNZ in Charlotte, that Bryce Young is the guy they're going to take for the Carolina Panthers, and the reason why is that he tested better. That's why. Now, I mean, I guess if I have my choice, Joe, are you going to test better or are you going to drive a car we like? I mean, which one am I going to take?
I'll take the test over the car test.
I'll take the test over you're driving a hatchback.
I'll take it both over the homeless test, right?
Right.
The Browns to take Johnny Manziel, although Young fits the profile of Manziel in terms of physical stature.
Yeah. So
that's where I get back to the Bill Parcells test. Which is your size and also how many starts did you make in college. And obviously Young and Stroud have lots of data from their college points to use. And again, if you make a decision to take Bryce Young because you think his accuracy is off the charts, if you think he can play at another level based on what Nick Saban put on his plate at Alabama, those are valid reasons.
Yeah.
But to say, well, this almost sounds like they let him play a game of Madden, and he played the game of Madden really well. So now we're going to make him our franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
We'll see.
I don't know about that.
I was looking at the website to see if there's a way to take the test, right? Like, where maybe I can ask for a kit. I don't know. But it does say that the demo is available for youth organizations, NCAA, or pro clubs only. So I guess what I'm going to have to do, because
maybe Mikey G can help you out.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe he can help me. Help you out. I don't have Mikey G's number. Regardless, I did see that hockey is available. So I am going to actually.
There you go. Work your canes.
I'm going to ask my kid's coach to be like, "Hey, can you reach out for a free demo?" Or maybe we can ask Rod Brindamore next time we talk to him because he is a youth hockey coach too.